Hey.
God, I was just texting you. I was worried something had happened.
Oh, sorry. It took longer than I wanted it to wrangle the Brotherhood of Harvey's survivors. Where's the birthday boy? Is he good?
He's fine. He's upstairs just playing video games. I'm gonna finish up the bills before the celebration.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm just gonna go to the kitchen. It looks like you might need some space.
No, it seems like I never need space from you, no.
Do you want to take a walk? You don't have to talk. You can just
No,
enjoy
I
the
want to
fresh
talk,
air.
but can we do it here? We have a lot to talk about. More than you can possibly imagine.
Did something happen with Stephen Blake?
Get this. He worked for Harvey. After everything that happened to him when he was a kid, he was his right-hand man at Niagara Equities. After all these years, he was still connected to him.
Wow. That's horrifying. The power monsters like Harvey have over their victims. I'm sure he made Stephen feel like he could never break free.
I guess he just didn't have someone in his life who believed in him.
You're lucky you've had people to support you.
Pretty much just you. You made a big difference in my life, Elizabeth.
What is that?
Stephen brought them. Get a load of this.
Are these what I think they are?
Yep. Right? The hell are we gonna do with those?
An earthquake is considered an act of God. You're either insured against it or you're not. The people of Charles Street, most of them were not. The science doesn't exist yet to prove that Harvey actually caused this earthquake. Therefore, you can't prove damages. Therefore, you're gonna lose.
I think I have a way where we can all win.
We told the housekeeper it was urgent. She said we could just come in.
Okay, we're in the middle of something here, so if you don't
done.
mind just waiting in the other room. No, we're not, Alexis.
Alex, are you really gonna sue the city?
That's the plan.
Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
Thank you.
Well, your house didn't fall apart in the earthquake. There's a lot of people whose houses did do that, so we need some accountability. It's going to be tricky, though.
Going to court won't fix anything. But this will.
What is that?
Certificates of transfer.
From what to what?
From Niagara Equities to the city of Port Charles, all company assets, capital, equipment, materials, and all properties owned within the city limits.
All signed over to the city of Port Charles?
Let me see those.
That's a ton of money.
It certainly is.
Not enough to rebuild the city, though.
Well, it's enough to get the ball rolling, enough to keep the businesses and industries from relocating, get us back on our feet.
And all at Harvey's expense.
Yeah.
Something kind of perfect about that.
If the document is legal.
Oh, it's notarized. Executed by...
Stephen Blake. Who's Stephen Blake? That's not Jim Harvey. What does Stephen Blake have to do with Niagara Equities?
Stephen Blake is the VP of Finance. He's in control of the company now that Harvey is gone.
I'm stunned. What's most stunning is how this happened to end up in your lap, Franco.
Stephen had no idea that Harvey was using Niagara's construction project as a front for illegal fracking. When he found out, he wanted to figure out a way to compensate the people of Port Charles.
I don't understand why Stephen wouldn't deliver this himself.
Yeah, why choose you as a go-between? What's your connection to Stephen Blake?
Stephen came to Franco because he was the only one he knew in Port Charles.
And Stephen doesn't want anything to do with Harvey or his company. He's dismantling it. And the property in Port Charles, he would like to give as a gift to compensate all of the people in Port Charles that were hurt because of Harvey's actions.
Wow, this is an extremely generous gesture, and it's going to help a lot of people.
Yes, it will. Port Charles dodged a real bullet tonight.
Thanks to Franco.
Actually, the thanks should go to Stephen Blake.